What is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology. Welcome to today's live stream. Appreciate everyone joining. Appreciate everyone coming in and liking and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do so. It just goes a long way to the channel. Appreciate everyone joining. I hope everyone enjoyed Friday night's football game and also enjoyed the weekend. It went by way too slow, fast for me. Yeah, as you can see, things have changed in the background. Obviously, I am remodeling this room down here. I'm remodeling a bunch of stuff, so gonna have you'll see the new stuff here soon. All right, let's get right into it. Appreciate everyone joining, and let's dive right in. Just some news and updates first. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up for you guys. Carolina Panthers news recap, winners, losers, waiver claims. We're going to be diving in all of that. So let's go into the game recap. All right. So we played our last preseason game against Detroit. Lost 26-17. In the beginning, Bryce Young had a great start. Good start, completing a pass to rookie Jonathan Mingo. It looked like they might score a touchdown on that drive, but then they had to settle for a 41-yard field goal. And Venero has been injured, but in the first two preseason games, it was good to see him back out there and boot a nice 41-yard field goal. And then on the kickoff, Khalil Dorsey had a great return for 62 yards, giving the Lions really good starting position. However, penalty pushed them back. They had to settle for a long field goal attempt that hit the crossbar. Wide receiver Adam Thielen, who had been injured earlier, made some big catches, including a touchdown pass from Bryce Young. This was, Bryce Young's first touchdown pass in the NFL, and Young finished the game with 129 yards and one touchdown. Then the Lions scored a rushing touchdown, and their quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, had a strong second quarter, and then Carolina's defense did well in some moments. They nearly got an interception, stopping the Lions from scoring some points. Then backup Andy Dalton threw an interception in the end zone, and Bridgewater threw a 70-yard touchdown pass, and then rookie running back Cam Peoples fumbled the ball on his first carry of the preseason, but the Lions only got 3 points from it. Matt Corral struggled in the game, completing only 4 of his 12 passes. He did have a nice scramble and a passing completion of 17 yards, but Detroit extended their lead with an interception, returned for a touchdown. Jake Luton, another Panthers quarterback, had some completions, but couldn't get the team back in the game. And, the game ended with Cam Peoples, fumble, sealing, the Panthers' loss. Overall, the biggest thing that I took away from this was the fact that, it was nice to see. The biggest thing I wanted to see from an offensive standpoint was seeing if we could go down the field, drive down the field, have a fluent offense. And I felt like we saw a little bit more of that this time around due to the fact of our offense. Really I wanted to see a fluent offense. And we finally saw that. It was nice to see that for me, at least. Just to see them fluently move the ball down the field and Bryce Young, getting those nice touches. And after that first drive, almost, scoring a touchdown in that first drive, or we were in that, in the red zone, I was thinking that we were going to score. And then obviously the first teams could have got out and all that, but it was nice that we threw them right back out there to drive down the field. Bryce throwing a beautiful football to Thielen and getting a touchdown. And it was scary about Thielen's injury. I was scared because when he got off the field, but I think he got his ribs hit in and he just kind of maybe had the wind knocked taken out of him. Maybe he's, so it doesn't sound like anything's too bad. And some Panthers news though. Panthers are making some big decisions right now, making some important choices about their team. They have to decide which players will be on their team for this upcoming football season. We've already seen some cuts. Some players will be leaving. Some people will be joining. It's an exciting time for us as football fans. Miles Sanders, it's great to have him back. He had a little injury. He's expected to be ready for the first game against Atlanta. Frank Wright says that Sanders has the potential to be a big part of this team, which I think he's going to because of his playmaking ability, his pass catching ability, his quickness, his skill set. Can make a great plays on the field, right? Matt Corral's chances, though, I do want to talk about that real quick. To make this team, it's not an easy job, and the team has to decide if they want to stay with him. There's a new rule that allows a third quarterback to be added to the team if needed, but keeping 3 quarterbacks means they have to let go of a talented player in another position. So that's going to be a tough decision for them to make if they decide to keep him. Adam Thielen's role, obviously we've had some injuries at wide receivers right now. This means other players like Thielen are going to have to step up, and I know Thielen knows that they are having a strong backup players is crucial for this team's success. He says it's important for the team to be able to win even when some players are injured. So there's some, that's just the latest news that I wanted to bring out. And that was a nice little game recap that I just threw out there to you guys. But it is what it is. Josh just coming in the chat saying, I was telling everyone it's only preseason, but I was also nervous. This game made me feel better. Yeah, I was nervous too, man. Josh, I was right there with you, brother. It was nervous. I kicked back Friday night and just chilled at home and just watched the game. I was going to do a live stream, but I was just like, you know what? It's preseason. I'm just going to kick back and watch. But we'll be doing live play-by-plays from here on out through the season. So I'll be doing live streams every single Carolina Panthers game besides the Monday night game in against New Orleans. I'll be in Charlotte watching the game. And then the other game that I might not be live streaming for is the Dallas and the Panthers game, because I might be going to that game as well. So not sure yet, but we'll see. That is not for sure. I know I already have tickets for New Orleans, so we'll see. Marcos Cash coming in saying, what's up? Yeah, what's up, Marcos? Appreciate you joining. Always here, always showing support. Appreciate you coming in and joining. Everybody, if you are joining, feel free to get in the live chat, just like these guys are. Feel free to let your comments be known. Also, make sure you check out the Discord. The link is down below. Feel free to join that. It's free. No cost to you whatsoever. Subscribing to the channel is no cost. And just pounding that like button, guys. That's it. That's all I ask. Y'all coming in, pounding the like button. It just helps the algorithm get out there and stuff like that. So I appreciate everyone joining. Hold on. I'm going to fix something real quick to the stream. I'm going to let anybody come in instead of subscribers. I want other people maybe who aren't seeing us to be able to come in. So I turned that off so people could come in and stuff like that. All right, perfect. All right, let's move on. Nice little game recap, a couple news and updates for the Panthers. Winners and losers. Okay, winners and losers of this game. All right, winners and losers to me were, let's go over the winners first. With Spencer Brown. Now, I think Spencer Brown made a strong case for himself in this game, man. I mean, with the team, let me make sure my audio is good. Okay, perfect. I'm just making sure my audio is good. Spencer Brown made a strong case for himself in this game. I mean, with the team being careful with their top running back, Miles Sanders, Brown had a chance to shine. He ran for 51 yards, scored a touchdown. Although it's unlikely the team will keep more than 3 running backs, Brown's performance was impressive. Maybe we will see him stay here in the lineup, and maybe they'll keep Blackshear for special teams. I don't know. Looks like right now it's going to be Blackshear, Chuba, and Miles. So another winner obviously was Bryce. I mean, he had a great game, showed some excellent skills, threw his first touchdown pass to Thielen. Young's performance has raised expectations, obviously, for his first season in the NFL. And then Thielen, he stepped up when the team needed him the most, with the fact that we've had some wide receiver injuries. He had a superb game, catching 4 passes, including a touchdown. he's known for his precise route running, reliable catching. So it was good to see him, even though it worried me a little bit when he got hit and got off the field. But and then he came right back out there, was ready to go. I'm guessing he just had the wind knocked out of him. Maybe he might have a bruised rib. I don't know, because that hit that he took kind of looked like more like a shot to the ribs. I hope they bring in another RB2. I'm not sold on Chuba. Yeah, I mean, there's only a few guys left. I mean, there maybe that could be a waiver claim. I think I don't know if on the waiver claims that I'm mentioning if there, I gotta double check my list. There is a running back I've been looking at for waiver claims that I think that maybe we could go after. I mean, there is some free agents out there. Leonard Fournette's still sitting out there. Kareem Hunt's still sitting out there. The problem is being able to sign those guys for the right price. And we've got the cap space right now, but obviously there's also some other things being involved. We still haven't seen Burns get his contract deal yet. So we'll see upon that. I'm not too sure, but we'll see who else we bring in. Let's see who else we got. Blackshear over Hubbard. Yeah, I like Blackshear too, man. I like his game. I think he's going to fit more than even probably more than Spencer will, but I did love what I saw come out of Spencer today. I really thought that, or out of Friday's game, I really liked what I saw out of him, and obviously him getting some nice touches and 51 yards and a touchdown. It was a pleasant surprise. I was kind of hoping to see, we were talking about it on Friday with the Black Cat Panther podcast. They were asking me, where's Cameron Peoples? And I was kind of like wondering the same thing, because I was hoping that he might be someone that could step up. And I saw him play at App State, and I saw him and how good he was there. And he was disappointing, unfortunately. So, but those are my winners. Now let's go to the losers real quick. All right. These guys are, unfortunately, I mean, Ian Thomas, I mean, no offense, he's been a loser. I mean, he has struggled to make an impact as a pass catcher, even though recently he agreed to a pay cut. I mean, his 2 catches for 3 yards in this game is an issue. I mean, he might stay on the roster due to his blocking abilities, but I'm frustrated with the lack of production this guy's put up for how many years, man. I mean, it doesn't look good. I mean, it's not what we're needing. It's not what we're looking for. And he hasn't brought anything to the table. I'm looking at Darrell Henderson from LA. He's a free agent, has some familiarity with Thomas Brown. That could be a possibility. His playing style would definitely fit this offense, because he can pass catch and he can bowl through. He can be a power back if you need him to be, and I've seen it. So that wouldn't be a bad one, Josh. I like that. I like your thought process there. I didn't even know. I forgot that he was even a free agent, but he's not a big name. You know what I mean? It's not like a Lenny or a Kareem Hunt, you know what I mean? But I like that. And I think with him and Thomas Brown, what could be a good combination back there, So I think that's a good one. So let's move on to the next one. Next loser, Cameron Peoples, man. I mean, he had a big opportunity in this game to showcase what he's got, and it didn't go well. And I had some high hopes for this guy, because like I said, I saw him in App State, saw how well he was. Hell, when I watched him play against Coastal, because I'm a Coastal alumni. I went there and watched the game, and the game I saw him play against Coastal, he ran for over 200 and something yards. I think it was like almost, it's like 208 yards and like 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns. Like, he had like a big game against us. But, he only managed 4 rushes for 4 carries, 4 rushing yards for 4 carries. That's not going to do it. I mean, it's a tough competition in the running back room right now. His chances of making this team right now is it's not happening. And I think he's going to get, I think he already got cut, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go look at that list of players that have been cut. But in the end, preseason games don't tell the whole story, guys, right? I mean, we've all been nervous this preseason. It's not been the best of preseasons. It is preseason, though. It's where you iron your, I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's where you iron out your kinks, right? You kind of get a somewhat of an acknowledgement, right, of where your team is at. But them doing this vanilla playbook, them not doing this play calling, and then Thomas Brown getting some play calling, and then Frank Wright handling most of the play calling, and then and the defensive side with Evero's new scheme, and guys trying to fit into these positions and fit it to the scheme. It's where you iron out your kinks. So while there were some winners and losers in this game, it's important to keep things in some kind of perspective, right? I mean, we've got to be prepared to obviously move forward and get ready for the season, and we'll see what other players get cut. And I've already done my 53-man roster projection. And I think that what I put out there is basically what we're going to see, unless there's some waiver claims, which we're going to dive into here shortly. But right now, these are my winners and losers from that game. I like what I saw from these guys over there on the left. Obviously, Bryce. It's been a whirlwind of emotions, I feel like, with this team and this preseason and this offseason. So, but it's been fun covering. It's fun covering this team, man. It keeps you on your toes. That's for sure. It keeps you on your toes. So again, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. We just did a game recap, did some Panther news, winners and losers. So if you're just joining, make sure you pound that like button. If you're new here, my name's Clay. I'm a Panthers content creator. I also do NFL content on the side a little bit through some TikToks and shorts. So feel free to like and subscribe, and come and join the live streams anytime I'm live, and let me know where you're from. If you're not even a Panthers fan and you just like the content I'm putting out there, let me know who you're a fan of, what team you're a fan of. So just let me know. Also, guys, feel free to join the Discord. Check out my the link is down in the description of this live stream. Also, go check out my socials. You can go ahead. There's right down there in the description. You can follow me there. It's just but the Discord is used for you guys to connect with me, and we can just talk about Carolina Panthers football all throughout Monday through Sunday, 24/7. It's a good way to connect with me on a personal level too. So, and also if you're a betting degenerate like myself and you like to bet, and with the NFL season coming around, if you sign up today, man, you get 125% bonus on BetUSA. So if you use the link down below, you get this special offer. You use promo code Pantherology. They'll also give you a discount offer as well to any of your first bets. So go check it out. That is the sponsorship of today's live stream. So appreciate everyone joining. We got 5 people in here. Make sure you pound the like button. The more you like, the more people can come in, the more people can grow and see the channel and grow this community that I'm trying to grow over here with Panthers and NFL content. So you don't even have to be a Panthers fan. If you just like the content I put out there, it's good enough for me. All right, let's move on. So these are some players that I might want to consider, that the Panthers might want to consider off of waivers. The first guy that I want to talk about is obviously, as you can see, is Brandon Walton. So he's an offensive lineman from the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now the Panthers are concerned about their offensive line depth, right? And Brandon Walton from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could be a good addition. He has the potential to be a swing tackle and provide better consistency than some current options that we do have. Also, Risner, who played with the Broncos last year, is still out there as a free agent. I'm not sure what his status is and what his contract is really looking like. I really need to dive deep into what his contract looks like. But Risner is still out there. That's someone we could look into. But Chandler Zavala has stepped up at that right guard position. He has looks pretty comfortable to me that I've seen. Obviously there has been some concerns with Icky. And this preseason, the biggest concern is with Icky is that, when it comes to his pass protection, it's kind of been of a whirlwind too. It's kind of been up and down, and he's just had a slow start. He had a slow start last year, and I think teams are starting to figure him out. And also in the preseason, if you notice, teams were lining up guys who was speed on the outside, and they're just beating him because he's slow. His footwork is slow. And so he's going to have to work on building some some agility there and working on that footwork and start getting off the line quicker. So, but Brandon Walton, I think, would be a good person to look out to. Another guy, I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I know I'm going to. Cavalon Chasian. I can't pronounce his name right, man. Bash me in the comments if you got to. It's all good. He's an edge rusher out of Jacksonville. He's a Jacksonville Jaguar out of Jacksonville. He's a talented edge rusher, but injuries and poor performance have put his future in Jacksonville in doubt. But if he becomes available, the Panthers might take a chance on him to strengthen up their pass rush. It would just be more of a depth, piece anyways. I mean, that's all he's going to be, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, running backs. Now, we were just talking about that. Xavier Knight, I think that's how you pronounce his name, running back out of New York Jets. I remember him. He kind of stepped in last year when they had some injuries with Breece Hall. But the Panthers have a plan for their running backs right now. I still think it's still going to be Miles Sanders, Chuba, and Blackshear. But if a player like Knight is available, they could reevaluate their options. Knight has shown some promise as a dual threat player. It could be a valuable addition. I do like Josh's comments that Josh came in here and said Darrell Henderson. I wouldn't be mad about that either. His concept makes sense too. The way his playing style works and his familiarity with Thomas Brown, like he was saying, I think that's a good addition that we could look into. Also, Leonard Fournette's still sitting out there. Could be a great third down back, and we've seen what playoff Lenny can do. So I like to look into him, and obviously Kareem Hunt's out there. But the problem is Kareem Hunt going to be worth too much money, right? I mean, that's what it kind of comes down to. You know what I mean? So, again, if you're just joining, make sure you pound the like button. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. If you're new here, my name's Clay. I'm also a Carolina Panthers content creator, and I do NFL content as well. So feel free to, subscribe and pound the like button. That's it. Appreciate everyone joining. Now, another guy here is a cornerback from the Washington Commanders, Rashad Wildgoose. I had to look up this guy to make sure he was a real player because with a name like that, last name Wildgoose like that, I had to make sure he was real. But that sounds like something like, I feel like Rashad Wildgoose is like something that like Madden would come up with as like a generated player. You know what I mean? Like with that last name, so I had to look him up, but he's a real person. He's a real player. So I did some research on him. He's a specialist in the slot coverage. All right. I mean, he might be released by Washington. He could provide some stability in covering some inside receivers and special team support. So he could be just one of those guys that could be an extra depth piece at the corner position. Obviously, I don't know if we really need him as much now that we signed Troy Hill, and then you still have CJ Henderson, Mr. Consistency, as they like to call him, and Keith Taylor. So obviously the cornerback position has been a concern for us due to the fact of Dante Jackson and JC Horn with their injury concerns that we've noticed through the years. Can these guys stay healthy through a full season? So that's why I threw a cornerback in there, because it is a concern, right? Then the nose tackle position. Obviously, this one was a big concern for me after we let go Marquand McCall, Rashad Lawrence out of Arizona. Now, right now, Arizona Cardinals are in a rebuild phase. All right. Rashad Lawrence might become available. The Panthers need help at nose tackle, and I feel like they need a true nose tackle. Because I don't feel like any of the guys on our team are really true nose tackles at the end of the day. If Lawrence health checks out, he could be a valuable addition to our defense. So these are just some players I would say keep an eye on as we prepare for the season. I know Fitterer is known for being aggressive and trying to build a strong team, and I know he's trying to make a case for himself, so he's not on the hot seat. So they might have some moves to improve this roster, and these guys might be on the team, and my 53-man roster projection might have been worth nothing, right? I did a 53-man roster projection last week, who I think is going to be on the team. And so maybe we'll revisit that, but these are just guys that I think that could be potential guys that we could be, corresponding with down the road once we kind of decide who's going to stay and who's going to go. And obviously throughout the week, this week, we will be, and maybe a little bit next week, we will it'll probably just be the rest of this week. Yeah. So should be an active week. Yeah. Tomorrow's a cut day. So should be an active week. Yeah. That's what, so we'll see. Obviously right now there's not much going, right now we're just kind of in limbo mode. We're just waiting to see who's gonna be on this roster, who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. And obviously we'll see where the final roster stands. I know I didn't, another thing that I would also be looking in waivers right now is wide receivers that are going to be available. Because there's already some out there, but I just don't know who would I consider bringing in as a depth piece, obviously with the injury concerns that we've had with, LaVisca being on concussion protocol, Terrace Marshall's back injury. And then obviously other people like, Damiere Byrd being out for 6 to 8 weeks. So, and then, but I had to throw an offensive lineman in there, obviously, because Savala has looked solid, but it doesn't hurt to add in some more rotation there and some depth pieces, especially at the offensive line. At the end of the day for our team, though, the concerns for me is the injuries. And at the end of the day, we need to be able to fill in the voids where we're having injuries at, especially, the corner, wide receiver, offensive line. Those are right now, those are the three I would say are the biggest concerns for me, because that's where we've had injuries. So, I think there's going to be some surprise cuts with this team. There's definitely going to be some surprise cuts for this team. I think Jamie Robinson could be a surprise cut. It's going to be interesting throughout tomorrow and the rest of the week maybe we'll even have some news today, but who's going to be cut, you were surprised Garrett Jennings got cut. I was kind of surprised about that too, due to the fact that of the wide receiver health concerns, right? I was surprised of that. I really was, too, because with our wide receiver depth concerns, it was pretty interesting. We saw PJ Walker get cut by Chicago. I couldn't believe that. I guess they got faith in these these other guys. I'm kind of wondering if Matt Corral is going to even be on this team moving forward. Because of, but could he be? The thing is, could Matt Corral be a guy that ends up being more of a trade piece, right? That's what I'm kind of wondering. Could he be traded? There's some guys out there that, I'm wondering who he could get traded for and to, right? The problem is his trade value enough for us to really even get anything out of him, right? So I don't know. I don't know. There are some teams though I think we could definitely could be seeing Matt Corral maybe be possibly in talks with of getting traded, but I don't know. But yeah, Gary Jennings was a big one to me, because of the wide receiver health concerns and the injuries. Marcos Cash is coming in saying Matt Corral looked better each week. Yeah, he got better each week. The last game being 4 for 12 with with throwing the ball. Is that more of a offensive line concern, or is it a wide receiver injury concern? Guys not getting open right, or is it more of a concern that Matt Corral is just not as good? Right, he's like in the preseason though. He's top 10 in missed throws, so that's a concern to me. Right, I mean Matt Corral is top 10 in missed throw percentage. So, that's the only thing for me. Now he did have a nice run. I'll give him that. That was a showing his skill set with his legs there was amazing on I will say that. But each week, yes, has he gotten better? I'd say so, but also, stats don't lie. He's top 10 in missed throws through the preseason. So that is a concern to me a little bit. But again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Appreciate everyone joining. Definitely, might go live later. Maybe going to bring in some more news and updates and stuff like that and talk about it. But yeah, that's it for today. I mean, if you want to, we can do a nice little Q&A to finish off the day here. We can do a nice little Q&A. Let's see if I got something here. All right, let's do this. I'll put something in the chat for you guys. There we go. All right. So questions or concerns of the Carolina Panthers Q&A. Have at it. Let me know in the comment section. Feel free to comment down below your questions or concerns that you may have. Definitely going to do a call-in show probably tomorrow. Not much going on Twitter right now. Normally, Twitter is going off about something with the Panthers, but there hasn't been much news today. Just talking about things. This is an interesting question. If Miles Sanders misses any time this season, what's the real plan? Somebody tell me, please. That's a pretty interesting question. I mean, the real plan is obviously you're going to have to use Chuba and Blackshear. I mean, what other plan do you really have? I mean, I guess you can mix in LaVisca and try to run that Debo style, run a Debo style system. I mean, unless the Falcons, I mean, there could be some guys the Falcons could cut. Like, I mean, even the Bears could possibly be cutting Foreman, and apparently there's been rumors that Cordell Patterson could be getting cut from Atlanta. So those guys maybe could be someone we could look into. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I would say definitely bring in another running back. That's for sure. I'm trying to see if there's any like news or updates on Wow. Apparently, Jason McCourty came out and said that Bryce was not drafted to the worst team, or apparently that Bryce was drafted to the worst team in NFL last year. Apparently, he was saying that we're the worst team last year, but we almost won the division, Jason McCourty, with a interim head coach, a backup quarterback, and a backup running back. 2 backup running backs. So get your facts straight. Let's see what else is going on. Michael Bagley got released from the Titans today. Let's see what else. See anything else going on? There's not much Panther news going on at all. Not much Panther news going on at all right now. All right. Well, no worries. So, anyways, guys, again, appreciate you joining the live stream. Probably will go live later. I might go live later. I don't know. I might just bring in a bunch of TikToks and shorts for y'all today. Make it a big short TikTok kind of day for you guys. So, anyways, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you joining the live stream as always. Make sure you pound the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Josh, thank you for joining the live stream. Marcos Cash, who's been in the chat as well. Appreciate you joining the live stream. Y'all both showing the support every single time that I'm live. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate everyone else as well that are showing support and that is not in the chat as well. So I appreciate everybody. Make sure you join the Discord. The link is down below. You can join it, chat with me personally. It's free. You just have to sign up for Discord. So, and you could just, chat with me for free there. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. I'm very active on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram's more personal. You get more of a personal side from me. Also, make sure you check out betusa.com. The link is down in the description. Sign up for free today with that link. You get 125% bonus on your new on your new account. And then plus a promo code Pantherology will also get you like an extra 25% bonus, I'm pretty sure. But the 4 things across the board over here: like, comment, share, subscribe. That goes a long way. It's all free and everything. And it just helps grow the algorithm, get the algorithm out there to this channel. So if you do those 4 things, it's only 4 clicks away. It helps out me tremendously. So anyways, appreciate everyone joining. And as always, guys, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace.